Welcome here to day number 7 in Norway. It is currently 9:44 in the morning. We just had breakfast. We're getting ready. We're packing our bags because we're going to leave this hotel, and we're going to head on over to Geiranger, one of, if not the most famous city in Norway that has the most famous fjord that's known in Norway, the Geirangerfjord. It's about a 2-hour drive from here, so let's go see how that road trip is. We are heading to go check out now. Alrighty, we're currently in a dilemma because there's a wooden bridge right there, and we don't know whether it's strong enough to hold the weight of our car. Right. Either I catch the car falling into the river, or they make it across. Oh, they don't want to come over. But this bridge is fine. It looks great. One car made it safely across. Let's start with the second one. Alright, the second one made it across. We have successfully crossed 2 big vans across the bridge, and that is our view. Wow. The water is like legitimately crystal clear everywhere you look. It's insane. We're currently hiking to the waterfall. It doesn't look too far, it's just a very long uphill climb through the trees. Look at this upward climb that we are currently facing. This waterfall view better be worth it. I feel like we've just been chasing sunsets and waterfalls this whole trip, except here in Norway, the sun in fact does not set until like 1 a.m. So we've just pretty much been chasing waterfalls this whole trip. There it is. We made it. Holy shit. Well, we just got done traversing up to that waterfall. It was pretty nice. And this is the view on the way down. And back to our car, and we continue our drive to Geiranger. That right there is a frozen, sort of almost frozen lake. Alrighty. But we're still chugging along on our way to Geirangerfjord. I think we're about an hour away now. So keep you updated. It's still unfathomable that we're over here playing in the snow in the summertime. Norway's a different country, man. We just arrived to the highest viewpoint in Geirangerfjord. We are planning on going all the way down there, so let's see how that goes because it's pretty sketchy and slippery. Oh, it's slippery. I'm putting the camera down. This right here is Geirangerfjord, one of the most famous fjords in all of Norway. I think it is the most famous one. And all the cruise ships are coming right down there. That's where they park. There's a movable dock that goes out to the ships. Oh wow, an insane view. Well, we just got done exploring the viewpoint. Move on to the Geiranger cruise terminal and board our ferry to tour the fjords here. We stopped at yet another viewpoint. This one looks pretty nice as well. They have like benches and stuff for you to sit at. We're looking right over Geirangerfjord. I'm gonna sit down on this bench and just admire the view. We're currently down in the town of Geiranger right now, just exploring, looking around. We're about to walk to the place to get onto the boat to go explore the fjords. We are now boarding our fjord cruise. There's our boat. Hello. past these amazing waterfalls, with that waterfall coming up. Fjords here aren't accessible by road, like you can't build roads on them, so the only way to see them is by either booking a cruise or hopping on one of these boat tours and traveling through all the waterways and seeing the fjords up close. But it was definitely worth it. Like, truly magnificent what a glacier did to carve through these mountains to create this. The waterfalls are just the cherry on top. Insane. Well, the boat's turning around. We pretty much saw everything that we needed to. Now we're headed back. We're going to get a view of all the waterfalls one more time. And then get off and go to dinner. A quick little ship tour since I have nothing better to do. We walk in right here. This is the inside part where nobody seems to be sitting, but it's still pretty nice. You can still see out of it, but nobody wants to sit here because it's beautiful outside. That's the front of the ship. That's pretty much it. There's nothing more. It's pretty small, but it's nice. And we're back. Well, that's the end of our Geirangerfjord cruise tour. We are going to eat now at this place. Hopefully they got good food. That place right there is a 10 out of 10. That's the best meal I've had ever since I've been in Norway. Like every single place I've eaten for the past 7 days, that place is the best place. They had so many options. They had pizzas, they had burgers. It was just so good overall. I'm kind of just walking around now, enjoying the views that Geirangerfjord has to offer. Sort of walking off the food we just ate because we ate a lot, but it was so good. Usually there's a couple, if not one, cruise ship parked out there, but we missed it today. But luckily we're in town for 2 days, so hopefully we can see one either tomorrow or before we leave. Alrighty, so we have to, we're going to our cabins in Geirangerfjord. They're a little bit out of the city. I think about 30-40 minutes outside of the city. So we have to shop for groceries and get all of our things that we need because they're like Airbnb. So we have to cook our own breakfast and lunch potentially. So we're going to come in here and grocery shop in Norway and see what we can find. We have to cut our own bread. Alrighty, our breakfast items are secured. We are now going to drive to our little cabins and enjoy the rest of our night and get started again tomorrow. These shoes right here prove that there is almost no crime in Norway. We left those shoes on top of that car to dry out about 6 hours ago, and they're still there. Nobody has touched them. We're about to fill up our water bottles right here. See what it's like. Clear water. That is the view of Geirangerfjord from where we are now. We're leaving now, heading to our cabins, but taking one last look at everything before we go. Look at this waterfall. Taking one last look. Goodbye. Well, we have to take a ferry to get to our cabin, and it is currently 8:53. The ferry left at 8:45, and the next one comes at 9:45. So we missed our ferry by about 5-6 minutes, and the next one isn't until an hour later. So we pretty much just have to wait for the next one to come along. At least we're surrounded by a nice view, and the sun doesn't set, so we're good. Just have to make the most of it. Well, it looks like there's sort of like an abandoned ferry here, and I asked the guy who's working at the dock if I can just like sort of go in and like check it out, and he was like, yeah, sure. I'm just going to quickly go in and see what it's like. It's pretty badass. Well, we have about 45 minutes until the next ferry arrives, so just kind of hanging around at this port, trying to kill time, find a way to just keep myself busy. We're trying to plan tomorrow's itinerary, add a little couple things into what we had it planned already, but other than that, there's not much else to do but just stare out into the distance and admire the views. Well, we think that ferry in the background might be ours, so we're gonna go ahead and check it out. Well, it looks like the ferry is here. However, we don't think that it's going to leave until 9:45 like it says right there, but we think it's gonna load the cars, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the cars and get going. So our ferry arrived. However, all the cars came off of it, but they're not going to let us all get on until 9:45 as expected. So it's just kind of sitting here waiting. So we just have to kill more time. But at least it's here, so we know we're in the right spot. What the inside of the ferry looks like. Oh, we can't go upstairs. Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like we can go upstairs, so I guess we'll just have to stay in here. Well, we couldn't go upstairs because I guess it's super windy, so we're kind of just like sitting down here, just looking out the window pretty much. I don't know how long of a ride it is. I'm guessing maybe like 15-20 minutes. But then from here, our cabins are about another 20 minutes away or so. And then we'll pretty much check in and call it a night. I'm very tired. Everyone's pretty much tired, so at least the views have been great all day. Well, it looks like we're already here. So we're pretty much already here, so we gotta get back in the car. Alrighty, so we were gonna check in, but the receptionist said that it was getting late, so they ended up leaving the keys to all of our cabins in the doors and told us, they emailed us, they're like, hey, these are like your cabin assignments, go ahead and just go check in. So this is one cabin, that's the second cabin down there, and then that is our cabin right down there. And these are the views surrounding us. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Waking up to this is going to be insane. This is your outside sort of patio deck, and this is your view from the patio deck. Unreal. That concludes day number 7 here in Norway. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hello and good morning. Welcome here to day number 8 in Norway. We just woke up, had some breakfast, walked out to these pristine views. It's so beautiful all around now. It's actually kind of cold today. I think it's because we're a bit more north in Norway, so feeling a bit chilly. But we're about to get started and head out for the day. I think we're driving a little bit further up road, taking a scenic road, and stopping along the way and sightseeing, admiring all the fjords this beautiful country has to offer. All right, this was our room last night. I slept on that top bunk, but yeah, this is room number 1. This is the bathroom. It's super nice. A little bit of lack of hot water, but that's in most parts of Norway. This is the living room right here. And this is the kitchen. We made some scrambled eggs this morning. And there's a grocery store right across the street. But we came in late last night, so we had to get all of our groceries in Geirangerfjord. And this is the second bedroom. Alrighty, we are heading to the car now and going on our scenic road. So just wanted to give you a little bit of context. We're pretty much staying at like an RV park. Everybody comes here that's like touring Norway. They're driving all around with their RVs. They sort of come here and park, but they also have cabins. So we sort of rented the cabins because our cars are just like minivans that we're just using to get from place to place. So we don't really have like an actual like bed in them. And we also have a lot of passengers, so we can't do that. But it's pretty nice seeing like the contrast of how you can sort of explore Norway. But either way, no matter where you go or what you're doing, as long as you're getting around, you're still gonna have these amazing views 24/7. So this is a map of the property. We're staying in these 3 cabins right here, but I think we had asked to potentially get one of these because those are right there with the view of the fjords in the background. But we arrived late, so I don't think we were able to get it. But overall, it does not matter, because no matter where you stand or where you look, you're still gonna get a very, very nice view of the fjords. Look at this. Well, we just got off at our first sort of scenic stop. We're gonna take a bridge down to this running river. This is the bridge right here. And that's the river down there. There's a sign back there that said that they had goat ice cream and like a coffee shop cafe down there. So we're gonna go and try that out and see what goat ice cream tastes like. They had 2 flavors, and they had the cinnamon bun flavor and a cappuccino flavor. Yeah, you ran and you made the whole bridge shake, fat ass. Stop! That's in the vlog! this cafe now, enjoying the view of this powerful river that's just flowing. We saw that they had like the cinnamon buns or rolls, whatever, and like goat ice cream, but we just had breakfast like an hour ago, so we're not really hungry, so we're not gonna go ahead and try that. But it's pretty nice. Like, this is a Norwegian summer. Well, we walked down to the river. We were sitting right there, but it acts like a little greenhouse with the sun, so it was getting very hot. So we just walked down to the river. So we got this ice cream called brown cheese when we translated it. Let's see how it tastes.
It's like mithai.
Yeah, it tastes like an Indian sweet. It tastes like mala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good. I like it.
We are heading back to the car now to continue our scenic road trip. This was the first stop and it was pretty nice, so looking forward to many more. Second stop of the day. Our fourth stop of the day. Look at this view of this valley. We're heading back to the car now. There's a very nice view all around here. Pretty much every viewpoint I've gone to has been amazing. There hasn't been like one viewpoint that was like bad in a sense. Apparently this is a hike. I don't even know where it starts, but it's supposed to end right up there by those antennas. But I don't even know how to like even like get up there. We're like hiking across this, trying to find a way around to get to different areas.
Chick-fil-A?
Oh, I could go for some Chick-fil-A right now. One at a time on this bridge is not meant to hold that many people. This is kind of hard. Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be like this. All right, oh shit. Okay, we continue the walk through the snow. We go. I'm currently doing this in New Balance, and it's not the best. All right, we made it onto the rock. Man, it's insane. Like, it feels like you entered another planet in a sense. This reminds me of Miller's planet from that movie Interstellar. We just did the green hike. We don't have time for all the other ones. Well, we just got done with our hike, heading back to the car now, and continuing on this scenic road trip. This is the view from the bathroom. This is a nice little viewing point at the visitor center. Wow. Look at this. Oh yeah, that was the bathroom I was talking about. We're just hiking further up to get a better viewpoint, but man, this is beautiful. Look at this. This is gonna be a pain in the ass to climb back up, but it looks like it's gonna be worth it. So, let's see. Well, that was definitely worth it. There's beautiful views all around. Now we have to climb back up these stairs. Well, we just got done. Going back to the gift shop now. Gonna look around, see if I like anything and buy it, and then continue down the spiral road that we just saw. We just arrived to this little town. It's beautiful, but we're going to go eat right now. We're walking down the street to this gas station where there's a food truck parked outside of it. They have Thai food, so we're gonna go see what that's like. But the views in this town are immaculate. Just look at that. All right, there's the food truck that we're planning on going on. Well, we couldn't eat at that Thai place, but we found another restaurant. It's like a mix of like Italian and like Italian seafood. I don't even know what it is. It's got everything. It's got burgers, pizzas, calzones, gluten-free options, basically everything that can accommodate us. So we're just gonna go and eat there. It has a nice view. It's like right off like the water. So hopefully it's good. Well, looks like we just got back to our car and we got our first parking ticket in Norway. We've just been parking illegally everywhere. And like nobody's been telling us anything. Yep, we got a parking ticket. It's for I think about 33 bucks. Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, we just got back to our hotel. We paid for our rooms and everything because we weren't able to check in yesterday. And this morning, they didn't open until 12 o'clock at noon, and we left at like 10 a.m. So we pretty much told them, we're like, hey, we'll be back around 6, 7 p.m. Can we check in then and pay for all of our rooms and stuff? They're like, yeah, sure, you can do that. So we're like, okay, great. So we just paid for the rooms. Now we're just going to walk around this little town, find a place to potentially kayak, ride our bikes, just chill. Enjoy the fjords all around and just make the most of it because it is our third to last day here in Norway.